Today I'll show you how to sew a baby-free plushie. It's very simple. This is my accessory kit. It includes fabric, the baby-free face, and stuffing. I've already pre-cut this fabric. This is size 100. There's also size 400. One set includes 2 arms, we'll sew the white part of the fabric and then stuff the arms. 2 head pieces to body pieces. I've also pre-cut the belly to attach. Looks cute, doesn't it? For the face, there are 3 eye types: teary, red, and squinting. I'll make the teary-eyed one for this demo. Now let's start making this product. I'll show you how to sew by hand, but if you have a sewing machine at home, feel free to use it to sew faster. Just to explain a bit, I've already sewn and turned this arm inside out. Inside is the small white piece. To make it simple, you can just take 1 white piece and 1 colored piece. Sew them together. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine. When sewn and turned inside out, it'll be white on the inside and colored outside. When sewing, brush the fur inward, so the fabric edges align and are easier to sew. When cutting the fabric, leave a small seam allowance. So when you sew, you follow the drawn lines. If you cut too close, the fabric might fray. When you're at home, just measure it again a little bit. Just follow the drawn line and sew slightly inside it. To prevent fraying at the edge, now I'll show you how to sew Baby Three's arm. Join the 2 pieces, brush the fur inward. Thread the needle and sew like you would for clothes. Very easy. Use your hand to align the fur and edges. My needle is a bit big, so threading takes time. But it should be easier with your regular needle. Just place it along the fabric edge and sew. Sew all the way around and you'll get a piece like this. After sewing, turn the arm right side out. See, one bunny arm is done. Isn't it cute? Super easy to make. The other arm is done the same way. Now I'll guide you to sew the belly part. You can either cut a hole or fold it up to sew. Then attach the belly piece in the center. And sew along the line. Just follow the line. Very simple. You can sew this for your kid to play with. Very cute. When sewing, some fur may shed along the seam, but the fabric won't shed on the surface. I finished sewing the belly. Now I'll insert the two arms in here. Once inserted, it'll look like this. Then continue sewing. Sew from one side of the head down. Don't sew too close to the eyes to avoid exposing them. Just cut slightly into the seam. That side is done, the other side is sewn the same way. Stitch both pieces together, then sew from here. Down to the bottom and around again. Turn the whole piece inside out. Now we have the head and ears. Let's do the tail now. Insert the needle into the tail piece, then pull. This will form the bunny's tail. You can use a different color or the same color as the belly arms. Stuff it to make it puff up, then stitch it closed. Now we have a bunny tail. So now the body and 2 arms are done. Next, let's move on to the head. Let's remove this face part first, okay? Here, we'll take off this face piece. So, we take the face off. Then, on this face section, I've marked it at the 2 neck parts, the 2 arm sections, and where the face will be attached. Please help me check the fitting and make sure everything is symmetrical. Everyone, I marked it, but sometimes, when we sew the arms, they might end up a bit uneven. So, what you can do is fold the fabric in half like this. Then find the midpoint for me, please. Yes, find the center point. Then place the face piece there. Yes, place the face on the fabric. And we'll use a pen to mark it once. Then we'll mark it again one more time. Here, take the pen and mark it once more. Okay. After checking, we make sure the marks are precise. Once the marks are accurate, okay. We leave it there, now here. I leave 2 neck sections at the neck area. And here are the 2 arm pieces. We will overlap these parts. Everyone see, the neck area is left open just enough to fit the face piece in later, so we can attach it easily afterward. Now we make sure these 2 pieces are equal in size. Alright, although it sounds complicated, it's actually quite easy. Ladies, just make sure these 2 pieces are equal. Then take a needle and prepare to sew. When sewing, start from this side and sew across to the other side along this T-shaped seam. Then insert the armhole and sew it together. Yes, exactly like that. Remember to ensure the 2 armholes line up evenly. If you have pins or clips, use them to hold the pieces. steady so they don't shift or move. Here are some clips like these. These are clips I use for handbag making, so I have them on hand. You can also use binder clips. Use them to position the fabric evenly. Because this furry fabric is a bit tricky and hard to see, clips help keep everything in place. Now I'll begin sewing here, okay? If there's any excess fabric or unevenness, adjust and balance it as you go to make it even. Yes, make sure everything is balanced. Now I'll start hand stitching. I'll begin sewing from this neck area. Yes, right here. Honestly, this is very easy. It's just the furry fabric that makes it a bit harder to see. But the sewing itself is straightforward. While sewing, it doesn't matter if the stitches look neat or messy. As long as the stitching is secure. The furry fabric naturally hides the stitches, so the thread lines won't be visible. Just keep sewing like this. Keep stitching carefully. If you want to be extra precise, you can draw a guiding line with a pen. Then sew along that line. That works well. You can also use a sewing machine if you have one. Just sew it normally and it's done. It's very simple and easy. Kids really love these toys, especially when they're handmade and gifted by you. They'll love them even more. They find them so adorable. We've sewn up to the part where we attach the armhole. Now, we'll insert the armhole piece. Everyone, please pay attention. When working on the arm, remember to place the white side up. Why? Because when we turn it inside out like this, the front side will be facing outward. And the white part of the arm will also be on the front. Keep that in mind. Next, gently align the head part. Then insert it in like this. Insert here. Perfect. Now, we'll sew this part. You can push the armhole up a bit to make folding easier. Then fold it in take your needle and sew this section to secure it. Fold it back like this. Gently fold this edge. Then stitch lightly just to hold it in place, so it's easier when inserting the other arm piece. This is just a normal sleeve stitch. Nothing difficult at all. I don't know about you, but I'm not a garment tailor. I just make bags. But I find this part quite easy. Nothing complicated at all. Here, insert this part. Now, we'll sew along this edge, sewing right through. Kids tend to grab and pull on the armholes, so it's best to sew over this area multiple times to reinforce it so it won't tear easily when washed or pulled. Sew this part securely. After finishing the arm, continue sewing as before. Stitch all the way along this section. Until this point, then insert the arm again. Sew up to here, then stop. Just baste this part lightly, no need to sew tightly, because we'll sew it inside later. After that, continue inserting the other armhole. And sew it on. When sewing the armholes, make sure to stitch over it 2 or 3 times. to make it stronger because kids often grab and pull hard, which can cause the stitches to come undone. Sew this part completely and while sewing, flatten the fur, clip it in place, and sew. When you reach this hidden seam, stop. Once you reach here, sew back a few stitches. To lock the seam in place securely, when pulling the thread, do it gently and stretch the fabric slightly. To avoid pulling the stitches too tight and causing gaps. After finishing this part, we'll turn the piece right side out. See, there's no visible stitching on the outside. I'll add a little more explanation about the next step. Press the V-spot a little bit here, the place where we marked earlier. After pressing it, we will insert the face piece. Then press this part. This is the place where we stuff the face, that is, attach the face. After putting the face in, we will insert this piece. Then after inserting this, we fit it into the slot, just like when we took it apart in the beginning. Everyone, notice the top and bottom of the head. I accidentally put it in backwards earlier. It's very easy to do, right? Alright, then see if it's okay now. Now we will proceed. To sew this part first, here we'll fix this. We will attach the arms and legs first, at the part here. We just insert the leg here. When sewing this part, sew it a bit looser here so that we can push the leg through easily. For the arms, we also insert them in the same way. Everyone, after turning it inside out, push it up. I sewed this part too tightly, so now I have to press and loosen it a bit. Then pull the arm through. After pulling it through, it fits well. If you want to be more careful, you can sew this part again for me, because I pressed the thread too much, so I need to sew it again here. For those sewing the first time, sew this part looser. As I mentioned in the clip, Sew it looser here so you can push the arm through easier. Everyone, lift the arm so it fits this notch here. Secure this spot well. Since kids playing at home might grab and pull the head and neck roughly. After inserting it, we will have this stopper here. Press it down firmly, press it down so it's locked. Press it down firmly. Now we have the arm in place. But oh no, I put the left and right arms on the wrong sides, so remember to pay attention to that. If you put it on wrong, you need to remove it. It's a bit difficult. So be careful. Here, note left and right arms. This is the front face. The left arm is on the wrong side here, and the right arm here. We insert it in, then press the lock down. It won't come loose anymore. The legs are attached the same way. Please remember left and right legs. Don't mix them up. Just push this part up and insert the leg. I'm a bit careful, so I sew it again to make it sturdy. Then push the leg in like before. Press this part down. And it's attached well. See, the leg is done. Isn't it easy? Attach the other arm and leg similarly. Then I will guide you on sewing and stuffing it to finish. After attaching all the arms and legs, these limbs can rotate, so don't worry if you sew them on. They can still turn around. After attaching, we will sew the face onto here first. Before stuffing it, so it's easier. We put the face of the bunny and the body together like this. Then align the centers. See the center here? We open this part a bit and align it, pin it to keep the centers matched. Then take the center of the arm here. Sew a short segment. If you want, you can stuff the cotton and sew it after. Here I will sew half first. Then we will stuff cotton. If you don't have clips, you can use paper clips or even clothespins to hold the fabric together. The fabric sheds a bit because of the fluff, but sewing is easy. So along this side and at the corner, lock the stitch well. If you have extra thread, pull it out here to sew the back part later. If you cut the thread now, make sure this part is secure so it won't come undone. After inserting all arms and legs, we sew the head on. During sewing, if the face is off-center, just pull it to even it out. Align the face carefully at the center. Then fold it inside out. Clip the two center points together. And sew from here to the arm on this side. One tip at the first stitch: insert the needle through the thread loop to prevent it from unraveling. This fabric sheds fluff a lot. So we do this to keep the thread from loosening. Sew carefully around the neck because kids might pull on it. Use short stitches here, not long ones. Sew carefully in this area. It takes long to film, but sewing itself is fast. Sew up to this arm and finish the stitch. Pull out the thread a bit to sew the back part later. The face should be centered. If not, redo it. Then we stuff the cotton in. Tear the cotton apart first so it's fluffy. Stuff it in fully. Push it down firmly, stuff the cotton to fill it well. Stuff the arms and head as well carefully. The head, everyone, this is where you stuff it. And I have a note, when you stuff the arms, in this arm part here, we slowly put the stuffing in. Just push the cotton in gradually. And stuff it tightly. Stuff it firmly so the arm becomes stiff. Everyone see it's stiff, that's good, because it will last longer when playing. If it's soft, over time it will get floppy. The same goes for the legs. Everyone, remember to stuff it tightly. When you stuff cotton, stuff it firm, a little bit. So when you stuff firmly the head too, stuff it tightly. Okay. Stuff it tightly when it's fully stuffed. Then we will proceed to sew. After stuffing is done, we will use a long needle. If you don't have one, it's okay too. We will use the long needle to shape it, to prepare for sewing. And now we will sew the neck part closed. Then it's finished. Here, take a long thread sew. You sew tight so the thread doesn't come undone. I'm not a professional seamstress, so I just teach what I know. If anything is incorrect, please kindly correct me. After we have finished stuffing the cotton, now we start sewing. One note is when you do the first stitch, you must put the needle through the thread loop to lock it. to prevent it from loosening. Insert the thread through the loop here, so the stitch stays tight. I think I stuffed a bit too much cotton, so when sewing, you sew again to keep the face aligned, so it doesn't shift. Use a large needle to keep the face straight. Hold it firmly, so the face is centered. Check carefully because if it's slanted, the face will look odd. Keep threading the needle through the fabric underneath. Pull it tight. Then tighten it. If you have a long needle for sewing toys, it will be easier. This needle is mine. Pull it tight, then later you can pull it again for evenness. Now tuck the fabric edge under. Thread the needle through it. Then pull tight again. Can you see it clearly? Because the fabric is fluffy and furry, it's a bit hard to see, but it's actually easy to do. Now, we sew this side. Easy, right? It's quite simple. Anyone can do it at home if you have thread and needle. After pulling the thread through, continue sewing. Sew all the way to the end here. After sewing here, we are done. Now, we just need to pull the thread to the back. Then sew a few stitches inside to keep the thread from loosening. Then we cut the thread here. I also made a small bunny tail here. If you want, you can make one. If not, that's okay too. It's simple. I cut a round piece of fabric. Then I pull it tight to form a ball. And now I will sew it on here. Just like the head, we just pierce through it and sew it on. If you haven't stuffed the cotton yet, you can attach the tail from the beginning too. I forgot to attach the tail earlier. But it's okay to attach it later or not attach at all, depending on your preference. Just sew it lightly to secure it in place. Now I have completed one bunny. Very easy. Thank you all for watching my tutorial. If you find it helpful, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Thank you.